Strategic competition, the definition depends upon when you're talking about that. Right after World War II, it was the strategic competition between US and USSR. The competition was strictly in the military sector. This time, the competition basically is between the US and the West vis-a-vis the rising China. But this time, it's not just military. China is strong in the economy as well. So to face this challenge is much more complicated than the challenge we face vis-a-vis USSR in the Cold War, because you have to deal with military and also the economy. For the military competition, US knows how to deal with military competition. But for the economic side, I think we don't have enough knowledge or expertise in how to deal with the strategic competition in the economic side. So that would lead to my hypothesis. It's not established theory, but it has to have the defensive component as well as the offensive component. The defensive component is something that many countries, including the US, is now already taking place. Defensive is to deny the access to technology by China, and also erecting walls to protect your own market. That is the defensive approach. This defensive approach would have been workable if the advantage leadership of the US technology vis-a-vis China was so great, and also the US market is so large. But the reality is that in many sectors, Chinese are on par or maybe better in technology, and the market outside the US is so huge. So this defensive approach in terms of denying access to technology and also protecting your own market has some benefits, but it is not sufficient. You cannot win any game, sporting games, with just defense alone. Defense is necessary, but you have to have offense. What do I mean by offense? We have to be better in innovation. In the early years after World War II, 1957, I believe, there was a Sputnik shock. USSR launched the satellite much earlier than the US and others. That spurred strong support of research and innovation in the US. But the same Sputnik moment is already here, 5G, for example, but the response has been very weak compared to the response to Sputnik shock. Yes, there is support taking place for the manufacturing, construction of semiconductor plants, but having plants is necessary but not sufficient. We have to invest more on research and development, innovation among corporations, but have to make our universities better and our education system better. That's one part of offense. The other part of offense is that the global market is larger than the US economy or market. We have to go out and have a sizable share of the global market to stay competitive. Trade these days are attached with negative image. But in order to compete, to be successful, we have to trade globally to stay competitive. So that's the offense. So for the strategic competition, it's first, especially for economy, we have to play defense, but we have to play offense as well.
Thank you so very much for your wonderful insights.
Thank you very much.